Hello, curious souls, quiet hearts, and the ones who still believe. I'm Looma. Get comfortable, but keep your eyes open, because
It's time for the story.
Streaming with the Dead, written by Feathers and Fire. It's late. I'm doing what I always do, lying in bed far past any reasonable bedtime, phone in hand, scrolling through TikTok. It's a bad habit, and I know that. But you're on YouTube right now, so let's not pretend either of us is making great choices tonight. I swipe away a video of a cat wearing a helmet made out of a melon rind. A live feed loads in its place. Grainy footage flickers on my screen. Someone's exploring a decrepit building with a headlamp, the beam bobbing erratically in the dark. Ghost hunters, probably. Not my thing. I reach to scroll past it, but then I freeze. The camera swings across a wall and catches a framed photograph. A black and white wedding portrait. My grandparents. I sit up, heart thudding. I know that photo. I've studied it hundreds of times during childhood visits to their old farmhouse. It was my favorite image in the house. Granny smiling shyly, Grandpa proud and tall in his uniform. But that house, it's been abandoned for years. Surely not. This TikToker couldn't be in that house. I glance at the username, Abandoned Explorer 305. I make a mental note to check their profile later. But for now, I can't tear my eyes away. The live feed is still rolling. I feel like if I blink, it might disappear. The camera moves into the living room. I recognize every corner, despite the decay. The leather armchair, sagging and split open. The massive stone fireplace, its oak mantel now cracked and warped. Scattered on the hearth are several rusted horseshoes. They once gleamed above the mantel. Granny used to polish them till they caught the firelight like treasure. The voice behind the camera starts talking. I'd barely noticed he was speaking until now. There are horseshoes everywhere, he says. Over door frames, under floorboards, one even set into the kitchen tile. It's a farm, so sure, horses, but this many, weird. Everyone knows they're good luck, but in folklore they're also meant to ward off evil. I roll my eyes. Amateurs playing at occult knowledge. Still, something about what he says makes the hairs on my arms stand up. There were a lot of horseshoes, too many. Granny was always a little superstitious, heather in vases, clovers pressed into books. But the horseshoes, Grandpa claimed they were just decorative. I never really believed him. I loved visiting the farm as a kid, except for the bathroom. It was upstairs, tucked away at the farthest end of the house. To a child, it felt like crossing a void. Going up wasn't so bad. Pass through the thick wooden door from the living room, and you were in a silent, cool corridor. The noise of the house faded instantly, as if the air itself swallowed sound. Take a few steps, turn, up the stairs, across a split landing, to the bathroom. But coming back down, that's when it hit you. The moment I turned the corner at the top of the stairs, I'd feel it, an invisible pressure at the base of my neck, like a thick black mist gathering strength from my fear. Bursting back through the wooden door always felt like returning to reality. The sound and color of the house would rush in like breath after drowning. Now, on the feed, they're approaching that very door. It's barely hanging onto one hinge, slightly ajar, swaying gently like something just passed through. Above it, a huge cast iron horseshoe has been nailed into the frame. One I don't remember ever being there. It looks old, yes, but newly placed. Desperate. I grip my phone tighter, my palms are sweating. Don't go in there. Comments are flooding in. This is creepy AF. Did anyone else see that shadow? Bad vibes. For real. I start typing, don't go in, just leave, please. But even as I type, The camera pushes the door open. It groans on its hinge. Then, a sharp inhale from the explorer. What the? I drop my phone. 2 figures stand in the hallway, gaunt, in nightgowns, holding hands. They smile. Too wide, too unnatural. Their grey skin pulled taut like paper. Their eye sockets are pits, dark, empty holes that seem to pull at you, suck you into a void far deeper than the screen. Granny and Grandpa. I know it's them, but it's not. It's a second that feels like an eternity. Then everything erupts. The TikToker screams and runs. The camera swings wildly. Walls, ceilings, smears of red. I catch one final glimpse. As the phone jerks in motion, those grinning faces snarl. Their jaws unhinge. My breath catches. The flashlight flickers across the kitchen, closer to the back door. 5 steps, maybe 6. A sound rips through the speakers, an unholy bone-deep screech. Then, Liv has ended, just like that, gone. I tap my screen. Nothing. Refresh the app. Search the username. No results. I sit in stunned silence, the glow of the screen, the only light in the room. My heartbeat won't slow. I should have warned him sooner. I should have known. A notification pops up. New message. But there's no username, no profile picture, just the message. Come to us. That's direct. I sigh. Open the drawer of my bedside table. Pull out a notebook. I cross off the latest attempt from the list. Internet contact? That's new. We've tried everything. Graves twice as deep. Stones in their mouths. Holy water. Black salt. Wooden stakes. Nothing keeps them down. Nothing keeps them buried. Is it the land, a curse? Or the black thing that lived in the walls, the one I always felt but never saw? I glance down the page. Next option, decapitation. I grimace. Then I text my brother, trouble at mill. It's our code, means grab your shovel. It's time to dig up Granny and Grandpa again. Because every time they come back, they're worse. The first time, they just looked dead. This time, they're becoming something else. And I don't think we're the ones in control anymore. We hope you enjoyed the story. To submit your own story, email us at the email on screen. You can also find this in the description. See you next time.